Welcome to In Conversation with MANWAR podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Do Not Be a Bystander campaign. You can join us in raising awareness about bullying by visiting the donotbeabystander.com, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay informed about upcoming episodes. Today's participant is Sifat, an extraordinary individual whose solid passion for eradicating bullying and fostering a safer community for all is truly inspiring. Today's conversation with Sifat centers on the importance of leadership and the essential qualities that make a great leader.
I'm your host, MANWAR Khan. Today I'm joined by a guest who is ready to share her thoughts and insights about the topic leadership. Leadership is the ability to inspire, guide, and influence others towards a common goal or vision. It involves taking decision, it involves taking charge, and providing direction to a group, individual, or maybe an organization. So welcome, Sifat. Thank you for joining us in this conversation.
Thank you, Manwar, for having me. It's an honor to be a part of it.
Excellent. Let's get started. So, Sifat, to me, leadership is about, it's not just about holding a position or authority. It is about serving others, fostering collaboration, and creating opportunities and personal and collective growth. Great leaders are visionaries because they can see bigger pictures, right? And they can align their goal with their followers' goals. So this is what I see leadership is. What about you, Sifat? What do you think about leadership? And can anyone be a leader? Or there are certain qualities needs to be a leader, Sifat?
Well, just the way you just explained that it doesn't matter whether someone is in a power or not. For me, it's also the same. I always define leadership with a line that is, a leader is someone who does not just have power, rather who empowers. So this line has very much significance. And before I get more into that, let's just talk about what leadership is. So this is actually a term which dates back long ago. It came in the medieval time where in every clan there was a clan chief, and in every kingdom there is a king. Because in a society or in a group, you always need someone who's going to help you get towards a direction that is common for you, who's going to provide you with proper vision, who's going to keep everyone collaborated, who's going to empower people, who's going to inspire people towards a certain direction. And that is exactly what is the job of a leader. They always inspire, they always influence, and take a group or a community. It can be anything. The group can be a size of 2 people. It can be a size of 1,000 people. It depends on situation. But a leader is someone who always takes that group towards a common direction and always keep them collaborated. And to answer the second question, well, it's a debatable topic. It was once a debatable topic where people used to say that, yes, leaders are actually born. But I believe that leaders can also be made. And of course, back in the days, we always used to think that, yes, a prince who's a son of a king will always become a leader because they have inherited some qualities. But now in today's age, you can gain certain qualities to become a leader. For example, I remember once my manager was out for a vacation and I was just an executive and there were other executives in the team. But since I was a one who was working there for quite a long time and the other executives were just new, I had to step up. I had to take the position in a role which was of a supervisor and manage the team. So you need to learn based on your time to time, based on situation, and adapt and take the role of a leader. So it's not necessary that always leaders are born. Leaders can also be made. That's what I think.
It's such a wonderful answer. And I did go to a seminar other day, and that's where they were talking about leadership can be learned. And
Yes.
nowadays, education, training, mentorship, coaching are available for all different institutions that helps you to develop some leadership, soft skills, and some skills to develop those. So yeah, you're right. Exactly. Great answer. So now I would like to know, how can you show leadership in everyday of life?
Just to show leadership in everyday's life, there are certain qualities that you need to adopt so that you can actually show that yes, you can also lead a team. So, for example, you need to make sure that you do have vision in your life. You do know how to communicate to your team. You need to be able to collaborate all the members together so that they work towards a common goal. And at the same time, you need to make sure that you are also decisive. You don't go through that indecisive phase, because if you are a leader, all your teammates are looking towards you, looking up to you, and you need to be informed and take decisions in a timely manner. That's going to help your team like move forward in a proper way. And thus in everyday life, you can show a lot of examples of leadership. For example, if you are working in a team in an organization, and your like a colleague is actually having any kind of problem, you step up, you help the person, you show them what exactly is the vision of the company, what are the objectives that they need to meet. In this way, you are showing them vision. You properly communicate to them. In this way, you're having that authoritative voice that's going to help them get empowered. Give them a proper guideline, a framework that they can follow. In this way, they also knows what is exactly what I need to achieve. And of course, we need to adapt. The most important thing I believe in leadership is it's being adaptive, because in different situation we face different kind of challenges with our teammates, or with our like maybe even in life. For example, like we have any kind of invite in our house, you need to also work as a team and be a leader who's going to take care of certain responsibilities. When you're working in a school project, someone needs to be a leader who needs to allocate the resources or the project's task. Everyone in this way can take up the role of a leadership in everyday life. So yes, that's what I
Exactly.
think.
Exactly. I mean, that's the word we hear at work, that leadership at every chair, right?
Yes,
So,
right.
is there anything I missed? Is there anything else you would like to add? Like, if I ask you um, to tell me top three qualities of a good leader you want to see, what would be those?
I think for me, the top three qualities, first of all, is having a vision. If a leader themselves are not clear about in which direction I need to move, they cannot give a proper guideline to the team. So having a right vision, knowing what exactly are my goals are very important. That's first. Second, I think, is accountability. And I think this happened a lot with me. Because, for example, if I see my teammates, they're not doing, like they're facing some kind of problem, and in front of clients, they have been faced in a situation where they are not feeling uncomfortable. I won't go and say, okay, it was their fault, I don't know about that. I won't do that. I will step up and I will take the whole responsibility that yes, I take the responsibility of the whole task as well, because I'm the leader. I can't just back out because some like a teammate did that. If I'm the leader, I need to make sure I'm taking full responsibility of that. So after vision, I think accountability is something that's most important. And just as I said while beginning my statement, is that a leader is not someone who has power, rather someone who empowers. So having that characteristics of empowering your subordinates is very, very important, because you can't just keep on doing everything. You need to help your teammates grow and develop in their skills, so that they also in like one day become leaders, because we need leaders in this world to make it a better place.
True. I agree with you. And trust is one of them too, right? Like
Definitely.
if people are following you, they better make sure that they can trust you, right? That's one of them.
Definitely.
But I totally agree with you. Vision, accountability, and empowerment.
Empowerment.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sifat, for having this conversation in our podcast. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Before we wrap up, I would like to remind our listeners that there are several resources available to help individuals dealing with bullying. The government of Alberta has a bullying helpline which provides support and advice to those experiencing bullying. The helpline can be reached at 1-888-456-2323. Bullying is a violation of human rights. Under no circumstances, bullying is acceptable. As a community, we have a shared responsibility to take a stand against bullying and refuse to be a bystander. Thank you again for joining in conversation with Manwar Khan, and we will see you next week. Thank you, Sifat.
Thank you, Manwar.